Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating project, Rubywm, a window manager written entirely in Ruby. It's, quite unique. Intriguing, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Pure Ruby for an X11 window manager? That's a bold choice. I'm curious about the trade-offs. Is it performant? Stable?
Well, the author is upfront about it being experimental. Extremely experimental. The Rubywm even warns it might eat your cat, so performance and stability are questionable, to say the least. It's less than 1,000 lines of code, which is incredibly minimal.
Wow, that's tiny. But what does it actually do? I mean, beyond potentially causing feline-related disasters.
It's a tiling window manager, primarily. Think of it like a minimalist BSPWM, but written in Ruby and communicating via X11 client message events instead of a dedicated IPC mechanism. It supports tiling layouts, but you can also have floating windows. No window decorations, though. Just a 1-pixel border.
No decorations? That's Spartan. Intensely Spartan. So how does one interact with it? No keyboard shortcuts built in, right?
Exactly. It relies entirely on external tools like SXHKD for keyboard handling. The author provides an example SXHKD configuration using a tool called X11 to send X-client message events to control Rubywm. It's all very indirect.
So it's essentially a framework for building a window manager on top of existing tools. Clever, but also potentially fragile. What about multi-monitor support?
Currently, it doesn't have multi-monitor support. The author only uses a single monitor, so that's not a priority. It's very much a works-for-me project.
I see. So it's not meant to be a general-purpose, widely used window manager. More of a proof of concept, a personal experiment. Fascinating.
Precisely. The author's motivation was frustration with BSprem's handling of floating windows and a desire for a truly minimal window manager. They started by translating TinyWM to Ruby and added features as needed. It's a testament to the power and flexibility of Ruby, even in such a low-level domain.
It's a bit risky, though, isn't it? I mean, relying on X11 client message events for all communication seems like a potential point of failure. What if something goes wrong with that communication?
That's a valid concern. The author acknowledges the risks and recommends testing it in a VM first. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, or anyone who values data integrity above all else. Definitely not for the faint of heart.
Agreed, but the sheer audacity of it all is impressive. A fully functional, albeit experimental, window manager in under 1,000 lines of Ruby. It's a testament to the language's capabilities and the author's ingenuity.
Absolutely. It's a great example of how a small, focused project can be incredibly insightful and demonstrate the power of a language in unexpected ways. And, maybe don't run it on your main machine unless you're prepared for potential chaos. Thanks for joining us on Tech Bytes and News. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.